what typically happens is it looks like it's mayhem, but it's organised chaos. That's the way we like to call it.
Giving him an outlet, confidence.
Like trying to get free travel for parents and carers.
Welcome to the Manchester Local Offer podcast. You'll get to hear what's new and going on at the local offer, real people's experiences using the services, and what more is out there that you may have missed.
And I'm back in the studio and I'm here with Caprice, who has won a Youth Buzz Award. She's a graphic designer from Sencode along with myself, and she's also the queen of stealing wheelchairs, mainly mine.
Alongside me is Beck, sit-down comedian and Instagram famous for going around Manchester and advocating for disabilities. We'll be interviewing services such as Simply Cycling, Community Kitchen and Piper Hill High School Post 16.
We went down to Simply Cycling, was one of the local offers that we actually ended up checking out, and it's basically they have I think 3 different spaces. So there's a space in North Manchester where there's a track, then there's one I think in Chorlton, and then the one we went to is in Wythenshawe Park in South Manchester, and basically it is a kind of activity where they have loads of different bikes including wheelchair accessible bikes, and the idea is to get everybody involved into cycling, and it's a way to get fit and have some fun.
Hello, I'm Beck and I'm here with the Local Offer podcast, and today we're at Wythenshawe Park checking out Simply Cycling. Let's find out what it's all about. Hello, I'm Beck and I'm here interviewing someone who runs. They'll tell us a bit more about what they actually do. If you'd like to introduce yourself.
So my name's Yvette Dowie and I'm a volunteer for the Space Group Manchester. Today we've hired Simply Cycling exclusively for our SEND families, and we've also provided a meal for them as well, so there's a healthy snack inside, and they get to access the whole track, all the bikes, and it's for the whole family as well.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
Do you know how long Simply Cycling has been going as a thing people can do?
I know it's been going for a few years. I'm not exactly sure how long. I did actually access this for the first time maybe 3 or 4 years ago. I came across it on Facebook and I booked on and paid, I think it was like £3 or £4 for a 2-hour session with my son that has ADHD and he's autistic as well.
So with that being said, obviously your son's used it, you've used the service yourself, and then your group's used the service. So why is it important for young people? What do they get out of using Simply Cycling?
So for Simply Cycling, number one, my son actually taught himself how to ride a bike here. So that was the first thing. Secondly, it got us outdoors in a public space where it was a non-judgmental environment, because what we found is going to public places, he would sometimes struggle because he was overwhelmed with the noise. Other people didn't understand his needs as well, whereas when we come here, because it's a SEND session, I feel that there's no judgment.
Oh, that's good. So it's obviously very important, and your group does a good thing by booking this out individually and providing a meal. But what other things does your group do? Does it just do Simply Cycling, or does it do anything
No,
else?
we do so much. So we offer a coffee morning fortnightly where parents and carers can come along, have a chat. We play bingo, we do quizzes, we offer advice and support to other family members. We also attend the local offer once a month, so we go along and we obviously explain to families what we do. Yeah. Throughout all the holidays we offer various events. So obviously during this Easter half term we've got Simply Cycling. Yesterday we went to Quarry Bank Mill and took our families on a coach trip, so we offered coach trips as well. And we take our families all over England, not just Manchester, but we also do the local activities, the Simply Cycling, and we also do treetop nets. We do stuff with the museum, so we offer a variety of things for families to do.
Yeah, so a lot of different things. When did this space group start? How did it come about?
The space group was started by a lady called Jenna Hilliard, who basically just wanted to offer what we call the support sessions, which is like the coffee morning. It's because she found that there was nothing really available in the north of Manchester to support these families. And then it's just grown from there to this amazing group now where we offer a range of activities.
Oh, that's wonderful. Thank you for talking to me.
No problem, you're welcome. Thank you.
Bye. Yeah, there's lots of things going on, mainly eating. There's loads of different food, crisps, biscuits and tea. This is for when people have finished their cycling or need a little break. You can come into this little cabin here, which is totally fully accessible, wheelchair accessible, and people are obviously eating. You've got lots of children eating and refreshing, so they can go back out and power themselves up to go around the track and do a few more laps. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Yeah, certainly. I'm Jen. I'm a parent carer, but I'm also a primary school teacher as well.
Oh, nice. Full, busy schedule.
Very busy, yeah, that's right.
So obviously today we're here at the Simply Cycling, and how long have you been coming here?
We've been coming here during the holidays for the last 2 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why do you think this is important for the children and even the parents?
It's a sense of, brings you a sense of community, but also it gives you accessibility to places like this that we wouldn't normally be going to. So you get to see the same parents, carers. It gives a chance for children just to get together, but also parents just to get together and talk about similar situations that they're in, or ways of signposting about different services that I found out about. Because I was in the same spot a few years ago where I didn't know about a lot of the SEND services in Manchester, so I've made lots of very good friends here.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
So obviously you know now about most services, or a lot of the
Yes, I do,
services,
I
but
do.
how did you come to find Simply Cycling, not just Simply Cycling, but any SEND service?
I ended up at a local offer, one of those coffee mornings,
Okay.
and I think I read about it on the Manchester City Council website. I thought, let me just check it out, and I almost turned around until I thought, no, let me see, because I wasn't sure if they could help me or if they could signpost me, and it was the best thing that I've done.
So
Yeah.
going to local offers helped you find different services
so
for
much.
your children.
For my son that's neurodivergent, yes.
Does he enjoy coming here and riding a bike?
Absolutely loves it, yes. But there's so much more going on as well. So you've got the events happening at half term. We mentioned just before about the Forest School. That's at the Plattfields.
Yeah.
And just being with other SEND families, yeah.
Do you think it's given him more confidence?
It's given him an outlet,
Okay.
confidence, an outlet, and also where he feels that there's a sense of belonging, maybe. Yeah,
Thank you very much for talking to me today. Appreciate it.
not at all, anytime.
So, that concludes our visit to Simply Cycling in Wivenshaw Park. I had a great time despite the freezing cold weather. We spoke to a parent and carer and a primary school teacher who brings her children to this event and many other SEND offers that the local offer offers. And we also spoke to a vet who runs a group called Space. And with that group, she books loads of different SEND offers and offerings for the children and parents. So it was really wonderful. Not only that, I also got to do a lap in a handbike, and let me tell you, I much prefer my wheelchair. They're much easier to control, especially in the weather, your hands are freezing. I got about halfway through the track and slowed down dramatically. So for the kids to keep up that long, keep doing laps, and then obviously amenities being offered as well, was an amazing day. So thank you for having me, Simply Cycling and Space Group. I'll see you later.
I can hear a lot of people in the background in the video. What was the turnout like?
Despite the weather, because it was freezing, like, I don't think I've ever been outside in a day that cold, and I think it was raining, there was a few people turning away. The turnout was pretty big. There was enough people going around the track where I'd say it's like a full session. There's a good probably 20, 30 people there almost. And then obviously there's the kids and the parents as well.
There was all those people out when the weather was like that?
Yeah, it was crazy because the weather was just like freezing. Like, it got to the point where me and Ezra, who I went with, we ended up just trying to like almost sacking it off because it was just so cold. And we thought, oh, no one's going to turn up to this. And then you just go there and you're like, oh, it's almost a full session despite the weather. I think at one point it was like raining almost. So it was good to see that people were like, the weather doesn't faze them, and then they still got out and wanted to enjoy this activity. So it was really good.
Oh, that's so cool. That's actually really good that loads of people came up despite the weather. What was the learning curve for the bike for you? Because you had to go with one of the
I did have a go on a bike.
Wheelchair bikes?
Wheelchair bikes, yeah, can be quite steep depending on the one you get, because it did seem to me that they were quite like old, some of them. So I switched at one point because one of them was quite rusty and difficult. So I switched to another one that was easier to use, and I have been on them before, so for me the learning curve wasn't that great, and I think it's a great way to get around.
How do you sign up for Simply
Oh, how do you sign up? So it really depends, because we were there when Space Group Manchester were there, which is like a group that do loads of different SEND activities. So some of the things they do besides Simply Cycling is coffee mornings, fortnightly, quizzes, and loads of different activities around Manchester, and I think they also take the kids outside of Manchester for different activities. So you can, I think, go onto the Facebook group, which we do have a link to. It will be in the links below somewhere where you can click on it, join the Facebook group, and they'll put the activities on there. But also, if you just want to go to Simply Cycling and you don't want to be part of some group, then they do have sessions.
If you go to their website or their Facebook group, you can book online and they have the sessions there open. And it seems like most of them cost about £3.50.
I'll tell you a bit about Community Kitchen. So obviously we visited Simply Cycling. One of the other offers that we visited was Community Kitchen. In there they had a activity with cooking where you could bring your kids, and as a family you would cook different dishes, I think every week. I don't know if it's the same every week, but when we did it we had 3 types of meat, which we'll get into later.
We're here today at Proctor Learning Centre checking out the Community Kitchen project, and we're going to find out what the buzz is all about, so let's go.
I think maybe a pilot.
And they get this lovely array of fresh fruit and vegetables to choose from to put
Yeah.
into their dish. And then over there they've got fresh herbs and spices, so the children and the families can really get in there with the hands and
Nice.
feel the meat, marinate
Make
it
their own
themselves,
secret recipe.
make their own recipes. Yep.
Here with
Debbie Kite.
and your role in the Community Kitchen is.
My role is general helper outer. Yeah, that's it. And I do the pots.
So what's the most rewarding aspect of doing this and being part of Community Kitchen?
I think there's not really, so young people that are statemented, there's not really many. I've never heard of anything like this before anyway. I come from North Manchester and I've never heard of anything. There's usually mainstream services and there's usually severe disability services, but there's not a lot in between that.
Yeah.
So yeah, and just the families making something together. In today's kind of world, parents are generally out working rather than at home because we all need to work to keep a roof over our head. So it's nice to see families cooking together and for the younger children to know that they can cook, and when it all comes out lovely and everybody eats it, it's a great achievement for them.
And what's like a typical day here? So when you've got the families in.
What typically happens is it looks like it's mayhem, but it's organised chaos. That's the way we like to call it, because everyone's trying to get everything done. Everyone wants the equipment, and we'll be on a deadline to make sure the food is ready to go in the oven at a certain point, else they're not going to eat in time before the session ends.
And what is it, a tight deadline or?
The time goes really quick. It's 3 hours, but it goes really quick, and the food obviously needs to go in at a certain point.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
What's it you're cooking today?
Cooking lamb.
Peri peri chicken seasoning.
Leave that for a minute, let that simmer. Get a tomato from inside, a fresh one. Chop it up, Dom, and put it in there. And let it
Can I
cook.
put garlic cloves or
What's that, son?
I put garlic cloves be nice.
Yes, that'd be beautiful, yeah. And some red peppers as well, Dom, alright?
Red peppers and
While
garlic
that's
cloves.
bubbling,
Would you just
alright?
like to introduce yourself?
Okay, I'm Charlotte. I'm a mum of Dom, who's 11 years old, and we've been to this community cooking a few times over the last year or so.
Do you think it's a rewarding experience? What's the most rewarding aspect of being a part of Community Kitchen?
It gets children, like my son's got complex needs, and it just gets him out the house, and it also gets him to eat different things that he possibly wouldn't try with me. So Roger's got a really nice way about him, and he's fun, and he gets the kids hands-on with the food. And my son had a typical beige diet, so since coming here and learning to cook, he's opened up a lot more. And it's not something that I could do at home, because a lot of the children are quite rigid with the parents and they just don't want to touch it. But then once they're taken into a different environment with somebody else, they're more likely to try new things. But when we first came, my son wasn't in school and he was isolated. He'd been on his own for months because he wouldn't go back to school, and we were trying to get him a new place. So it really helped lift him, because it used to be on every Wednesday. So we used to come every week, and it got him talking again, and it got him social, and it got him out the house, basically.
Yeah. Do you think more funding is needed?
Definitely, because when it was a weekly thing, it was the same kids and they were building relationships and friendships.
Yeah.
And it was people from all different backgrounds, which was really nice for the kids to get together.
So can you tell us what you've got here?
So I've got some mutton here, and I've seasoned it with some garlic, curry goat, and a bit of soy sauce, and meat seasoning.
Amazing. And you put some peppers in there?
Peppers in there and a bit of, red and green peppers, and we'll put a bit of onions in it and water to make it cook a bit.
If you'd like to introduce yourselves.
Okay, I'm Takatso, and this baby Gerard, and this is Sarah.
How long have you been coming to Community Kitchen?
It's actually our first time today.
Your first time? Are you enjoying your first time? Has it been a good experience, a positive experience?
It's actually brilliant, more than what we anticipated.
What have you been cooking today, Sarah?
What did we make?
Make the chicken and curry.
Chicken and curry, that sounds...
Fish.
And fish, that's a lot of meat.
Yes, it is.
What do you think the most rewarding aspect of today has been?
I think it's just like teaching the kids to be independent as well, not just letting the disability define who they are. If they enjoy cooking, giving them that opportunity.
Yeah. Good life skills.
Yeah.
Do you think you'll be back to a Community Kitchen session?
100% we will come back.
So what we're cooking up here, this is the Caribbean barbecue style. I cannot give you the recipe. Okay, everyone out there, you will not get the recipe, okay?
Oh, today we obviously visited the Community Kitchen project, and let me tell you, it was absolutely wonderful. We interviewed a parent who expressed their experience with the Community Kitchen. We also interviewed another parent it was their first time actually coming to Community Kitchen and seeing the impact firsthand. But the best part of the day for me was trying the food. And it's not your typical, get your kids in, let's get cooking, make a quick sandwich, teach them how to cook. It was, to me, Michelin star, very good, very tasteful chicken, and I can see why the owner, Roger, wanted to keep this a secret. If this was open as a restaurant, I'd be here every day eating. So let's go and see what Caprice thinks in the studio along with myself after a couple of weeks of digesting this wonderful food.
Did you take part in the cooking?
Did I take part in the cooking? Unfortunately, no. I was more a bystander, probably annoying them, trying to smell it. Like, it smells brilliant.
Everybody?
No, but I watched the cooking process. So they had the inside where they were doing all like the spices and certain chopping, I think. And then outside they had a barbecue, which they were barbecuing over a canopy, like, because it was, cool. I think, weather was still a bit bad. But then they also had these coals and like big buckets, I think it was, and it was like a Dutch cooking, a style of Dutch cooking. So they'd cook it over this like big pan, and the way of cooking it was amazing. So I think it was really interesting to just watch, and you could see the kids were like really engaged with it.
And those are good life skills to have as well, especially at a young age, just knowing how to do that. Most important question: what did you eat?
What did we eat? We ate 3 different meats. So we had lamb, chicken and fish. Originally we thought it was mutton because someone said it was mutton. I think Ezra was going around today, but it was mutton, which it wasn't. It was lamb. The lamb was really nice. I don't know what it was cooked in, but it was so tender, off the bone. Oh, you could feel it. It was incredible. Then we had these chicken wings that I think Roger, the owner, put in some like secret recipe that he wouldn't give us, that I think you could hear previously on the clips.
Oh yeah, I was wondering what that was.
And they were incredible. Honestly, I didn't think, because usually when you do like a cooking class with kids, it's show them how to make a sandwich or a piece of toast, especially when it's SEND students, because they don't give them the time of day. So when Roger was just like, we're making 3 different meats, and it was like a full meal. I didn't eat after that because I was full. It was like proper meal. We had rice as well that they put on.
Like actual full dishes, which is fantastic.
Yeah, full dishes.
Not just a sandwich or...
Not just a sandwich, not just a piece of toast.
Also, cooking things like lamb and chicken, that's not easy to do.
No, and they had a time constraint. I think it was 2 or 3 hours. They had to get it all done in. So it was,
3 things. Wow.
It was crazy. The fish was very nice, and obviously they're not cooking in your traditional like spices that you'd usually find in a kitchen. They were mixing and matching like garlic, soy sauce, all different things, turmeric, and it would make combinations. And then Roger, the owner, would also, when the kids were like cooking, be like giving them advice. Hey, put this in here. What if you add this? Just telling them.
Yeah, with that, because the kids are self-aware of what they're putting in, and they have choice. They're not making bland meals.
Yeah, you're not just making
like
something
one of the parents, I think they said their kid only ate like beige meals because a beige diet it's difficult to get nutrition for kids as well. So this is really
Yeah.
good if your kid is eating a beige dirt.
Lots of protein in the food because
Yeah.
it was 3 types of meat. You obviously had rice as well. Just incredible. Like honestly,
Yeah.
I
Also,
can't describe it. You'd have to try it. But
Yeah.
if you can get a place on there, I know Roger's very busy, and I don't think he wants any more applicants. When we were there, he was very busy. He couldn't really interview, so we just got snippets of him helping the kids and doing his thing.
I think also because, again, you can't, applications are a bit sparse when they open them. This is also just good advice for parents at home to just maybe cook with your kid rather for your kid. If they have a beige diet, maybe if they're more involved.
Piper Hill Post 16, they were coming in to learn how to do a bit of podcasting with us at Sencode, which was nice. They came in to actually record a podcast with me and Caprice. Caprice was here for this.
Hello everyone, we're here today with Piper Hill Post 16 department, and they're going to all introduce themselves. So if you'd like to introduce yourselves one by one.
My name is Tristan.
My name is Sabi.
My name's Adam.
First of all, I think we'd like to ask you what you do outside of school to get to know you a bit better.
I like doing shopping and recycling, helping the bins outside of the gate.
My name is Sabi, and I like going shopping in the community.
Outside of school, I like going to the Trafford Centre sometimes, or watching football, going for walks, going to cafes, and going on holiday when it's holidays.
What hobbies do you have?
My favorite hobby is football at the Lifestyle Centre.
I like to play Monopoly with my family a lot.
I like playing football or playing card games.
And do you guys go to any clubs? I know you're involved as well into some sort of, is it a travel committee thing? I mean, if you want to tell us a bit more about that and any clubs you guys go to, that would be wonderful.
So we are trying to get a pedestrian crossing outside of school so people can cross the road safely, and that would be good because it would keep all of the students safe and no accidents will happen, which is amazing.
And we're trying to get free travel for parents and carers so they can travel for those people who can't travel independently or is incapable for traveling, so their parents can have free and carers can have free travel so they can get out and about with their parents and carers. And it will be good for 2 schools, so Piper Hill Post 16 and Dixon's New Old Green.
That is all wonderful hearing that you're doing a great thing for your school, and not only a school but other schools as well, building a zebra crossing. But doing this campaign, have you met anyone interesting that's willing to help you guys?
Councillor Lawrence, and we met her, and we've had a very good discussion with her about everything, about getting a zebra crossing, and it was all a very good discussion with her.
So, do you see your friends outside of school when you go out or do any activities with friends?
You see your friends in school?
I mainly only see my friends in school, and in school I normally just talk to my friends about football and different things, what they did at the weekend, things like that.
I've seen a few friends outside of school, played football, yeah.
I would meet other people, yes, and talk about, different things, do different things with different people. I think that would be a very nice thing to talk to different people that you've never talked to over friends.
But if you could pick an activity to do outside of school, what activity would you pick if the council had enough funding to put on like a activity for young people?
I would like to maybe do over sports or try different sports with people.
If there was something of different activities, mine would definitely stay as football.
I like going to the Palace Theatre because it will make me happy.
So Tristan, you like going to watch the theatre. What kind of things do you like watching? Is it opera? Is it plays? Is it something else?
The Lion King. I've been to the theatres once.
Oh, are you going to go again?
I will go again.
I think that's all we've got time for today. So thank you, Piper Hill Post 16, for coming
You're welcome.
and talking to us today.
Please go sign Piper Hill's petition to get a crossing on Greenbrier Road. We'll share the link on our Instagram. It'll also be on the footnote. Our Instagram is at MCR Local Offer Podcast. Also be linked on our podcast and on the webpage, on the Local Offer webpage.
Not the only thing we're doing. They are trying to get free travel for parents and carers, which is nice.
Yeah, they're doing a lot.
The only thing we talked about as well, obviously, they were talking about their hobbies, and it was more of an informal chat, I would say.
Yeah, what they do outside of school, which we learned, sadly, they don't do much outside of school. They want to do more, but they don't know where to find more places.
Which I think is a real problem overall, not just with Piper Hill, people finding it out, going out on these experiences to Community Kitchen and Simply Cycling. I've found that a lot of the parents end up finding these opportunities through the local offer. Obviously, if you're a SEND parent, you might be worrying a lot about your child, which is understandable.
Every teenager wants to just...
You've got to give them the opportunity to go out, and I think if they could find places where they could feel a bit more safe, or give them an activity to go out and enjoy themselves, because it was quite sad when they said we don't do anything outside of school.
Adam plays football.
Yeah.
Which is great, and Sebi would like to try sports. But there's not many opportunities for them. There isn't many opportunities. Well, there's loads of SEND opportunities, but they're not easy to find. They're not advocated enough or advertised enough to young people. And that's important, like finding a way to get to the young people first before parents, at the same time, of course. Not everybody has parents who are...
The offers should be more visible, and I think that's what the local offer does well. We've seen the Community Kitchen, we've seen Simply Cycling, we went to the Forest Bees School, so there's all different ages of children. There's opportunities all the way from even younger than 5, but 5 to 18, maybe even older, because like you said, it's difficult to get kids out, especially teenagers, send young adults, get them out.
Thanks to everyone who took part in this episode. Thanks to Beck and the crew for heading out to Simply Cycling and Community Kitchen. A big thank you to everyone we interviewed from Piper Hill Post 16. More episodes in the future. If you have any SEND opportunity or services you'd like us to cover, don't be afraid to get in touch by emailing us at localoffer@digitaladvantage.org.uk.
Should take action and get in touch. Not just if you have any opportunities. If you know anyone, if you've got opportunities, or you know someone who might know someone, just get in touch, because it not only helps you bring your community closer, it helps them find those activities that we were talking about that's so hard to find, and bring visibility to something that's really important.
And if you'd like to take part in anything that was mentioned in this episode, or anything that's been mentioned throughout the podcast, you'll find all links in the description of every episode, or on our Instagram. Or if you can't find links, you can email us and we can help you out there.